May 16th, 1945, Sugarloaf Hill, Okinawa. The rain here does not fall. It hammers the earth with the intent to drown it. The landscape is no longer tropical. It is a brown, churning soup of volcanic ash, pulverized coral, and deep, sucking mud that threatens to swallow a man whole. The air is heavy, saturated with the smell of wet sulfur and the sweet, sickly rot of unburied things. Private Elias Thorne sits in a foxhole that is half filled with water. He is 19 years old, a farm boy from Vermont who used to worry about frost on the apple trees. Now, he worries about the mortar shells that whistle overhead every 10 minutes. His hands are shaking, not from fear, but from a bone-deep exhaustion that has stripped away every layer of his personality. He is no longer Elias. He is just a Marine, a machine built to survive the meat grinder of the Pacific. 3 feet away lies the body of the enemy. He is a Japanese soldier, face down in the muck. He is dead. He has been dead for hours. To Elias, this is not a person. This is an obstacle. This is a source of potential intelligence, or perhaps a souvenir. It is a grim reality of this island warfare that men stop seeing men and start seeing targets. Elias crawls forward. The mud makes a squelching sound as he moves. He reaches the body and rolls it over. The soldier is young, perhaps 20. His name, stitched onto the inside of his tunic, is Kenji Soto. He is from Kyoto. His face is unmarred, pale and still. Eyes closed, as if he is merely sleeping through the typhoon. Elias begins to pat down the pockets. He is looking for a flag, a pistol, maybe a knife. His fingers are numb, fumbling with the wet fabric. He finds a small, oilskin packet tucked deep into the breast pocket, close to the heart. Elias pulls it out. He expects a map. He expects orders to hold the line until death. He expects the fanaticism he has been warned about since boot camp. He opens the packet. Inside, the paper is dry, preserved against the rot of the island. It is not a map. It is a sheet of music. Hand-drawn staves, careful black notes dancing across the page. And folded inside the sheet music is a letter, covered in dense, vertical columns of Japanese script. Elias stares at it. The cognitive dissonance makes him dizzy. He looks at the dead boy's face, then at the delicate handwriting. He crawls back to his side of the foxhole, clutching the paper. He calls out to Corporal Tanaka, a Nisei interpreter from California who is huddled in the next crater over. "Tanaka!" Elias yells over the sound of the rain. "What is this? What does it say? Is it intel?" Tanaka crawls over, sliding into the mud next to Elias. He takes the letter. He wipes his glasses, squinting in the grey light. He looks at the paper, and his face softens. The tension leaves his shoulders. He does not look like a soldier anymore. He looks like a man reading a bedtime story. "It's not Intel Thorne," Tanaka says quietly. "It's a letter to his sister. Her name is Aiko." Elias grips his rifle. What does he say? Does he talk about killing us? Tanaka shakes his head. He begins to translate, his voice barely audible over the thrumming rain. He says, "Dearest Aiko, the rain here is very loud. It reminds me of the typhoon season at home, when we would hide under the table. I hope you are practicing your piano. Do not neglect your scales, because I am gone." Elias freezes. The words hang in the damp air. He expected blood and fire. He expected a monster. Instead, he gets a big brother nagging his little sister about piano practice. Tanaka continues reading. "I miss the taste of mother's pickled plums. The rations here are hard. But mostly, I worry that you will forget the song I wrote for you. Please play it for me. If I listen closely enough, even across the ocean, I believe I will hear it." Elias looks down at the sheet music in his hand. The black dots are not codes. They are a melody. He looks back at the body of Kenji Sato. The enemy, the Jap, the labels peel away like wet paint. Beneath the uniform, beneath the ideology of empires, there is just a kid from Kyoto who misses his mother's cooking and loves his sister. A strange, painful sensation expands in Elias's chest. It is a burning heat that rises to his throat. He looks at Kenji's hands. They are pianist's hands, long, slender fingers, now cold and still. Covered in the filth of a war he likely didn't understand any more than Elias did. Elias snatches the letter back from Tanaka, not in anger, but in protection. He folds the sheet music carefully, smoothing out the creases with a thumb that is stained with gunpowder. He crawls back to the body. The rain intensifies, washing the mud from Kenji's face. Elias unbuttons the dead boy's pocket. He places the oilskin packet back inside, directly over the heart that has stopped beating. He buttons it up, ensuring the seal is tight. "I can't mail it, kid," Elias whispers, his voice cracking. "But I won't steal it. You keep it. You keep your song." He sits back in the mud. He is shivering violently. Tears mix with the rain on his face, hot tracks cutting through the grime. He is not crying for himself. He is not crying because he is afraid to die. He is crying because he has just killed a piano player. He is crying because the world has decided that he and Kenji had to be enemies, when in another life they might have talked about music. 53 years later, October 1998. A living room in rural Vermont. The room is warm, smelling of lemon oil and old wood. Outside, the autumn rain taps gently against the window pane. A soft, rhythmic drumming. Elias Thorne is 70. His hair's white, his back slightly bent. He stands before a grand piano, a tuning hammer in his hand. He is the best tuner in the county. He is known for his ear, for his patience, for the way he treats every instrument as if it were a living thing. He strikes a key. A middle C, the note rings out, pure and clear. He adjusts the tension, listening to the vibration, feeling it travel up his arm. He closes his eyes. For a moment, the comfortable living room dissolves. The smell of lemon oil is replaced by the stench of sulfur and rot. The gentle rain on the glass becomes the roar of a tropical downpour. He sees the mud. He sees the oilskin packet. He sees Kenji. Elias does not open his eyes. He lets the notes sustain, fading slowly into silence. He has spent 50 years bringing harmony back to broken things. Every time he fixes a piano, every time he tightens a string, he is trying to fix a chord that was shattered on a hill in Okinawa. The homeowner, a young woman, enters the room. "Mr. Thorne," she asks, "is everything all right? You've been staring at that key for a long time." Elias opens his eyes. They are blue, watery, and incredibly kind. "It's fine," he says softly. "I was just listening." "Listening for what?" "For a song," Eliastri replies. "A song I never heard, but never forgot." He packs his tools. He walks out into the cool Vermont rain. He does not use an umbrella. He lets the water touch his face. History is a loud thing. It is full of speeches, explosions, and the marching of boots. It records the winners and the losers, the territory gained and the territory lost. But it rarely records the silence between the notes. It does not record the moment a soldier realizes that the man in his sights is just a brother missing his sister. True peace is not signed on a piece of paper by politicians in suits. True peace is found in the recognition of the other. It is the understanding that beneath the flags we wave, we are all just trying to shelter from the rain, waiting to hear a familiar melody from home. Elias walks down the driveway. The leaves are turning gold. The war is over. But the music, the silent, unplayed music of the dead, echoes forever in the hearts of the living.